Hello, 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 my dears. Welcome in. Hello. All right. Let's see here. All right, all right. Here we go. Just give me 1 second. Everyone put one thing in the chat that they're grateful for. I'm super excited to have you guys on, everyone. So we get to see everyone. Let's see here, everyone. And let's do everyone. Here we go, everyone. Your boys, Barbara, making time to make the Zoom. Yes, hello. Yes, hi, Cynthia. Hi, Lacey. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm grateful for you guys, too. I'm super excited to have everybody here. I got you. All right, here we go. There we are. More. Let's see. Let's see if that works. All right.
Hello, it worked. Hey.
Oh, hello, hello. How are you?
We can do technology. We
Yes,
can.
we can do technology. Can everyone see us and hear us in the chat? Tell me. Thank you, Lacey. Feeling good. Oh, Jennifer, it's so nice to see you guys. Oh, just looking at everybody's comments. Emily, we have a lot of people on. So this is like a merging of people happening right now. So I invited the rock stars on. If you're a rock star, say hell yes in the comments. A rock star to me is anyone that has a dream or desire and wants to make that vision a reality for themselves. You become a rock star. You're connected to the heavens, you're connected to the earth, and you have the energy, because we all need energy to make your dreams come true, to take those dreams out of your head and your heart and actually into physical reality. I have Anita here. We have Anita's group. If you're from Anita's group, let me get a hell yes too. I know many of you are coming in from Anita's group.
Hi,
How you
guys. Hey,
feeling?
everyone. Team Anita. I love it. That is my VA right there, by the way.
Oh, nice. Oh my
She's
God,
the best.
Team Ron. We should do Team Carol and Team Ron. I love that so much.
Team Myron.
Oh yes,
Team
mine.
Yvonne.
Team Ozuna. All right, well, we're really excited to
Love
get
you
started.
guys.
I'm really excited to do this healing session. I know a lot of people were actually on our last healing session, Anita, which was just so unbelievably powerful, where both of us had just talked about our stories and our healing experiences. Is there anything that you wanted to share with your group before I get started here?
Yeah. By the way, there's kids and dogs and husbands and sounds, and Disney fireworks are literally going off right now outside of our, I don't know if you can hear it too, Carolyn. Oh, we can't see Anita.
Let me see here.
Can y'all see me, or is it just Carrie that can't see me? Yes, we can't see her. No. Okay.
Let me see. Can you see us now? Can you see and hear us
Yes.
now? Okay, great.
No.
All right, great.
Yes. Yes,
All
we
right,
can.
beautiful.
Okay.
All right, we got the yeses. Here we are.
I was literally saying that Disney fireworks are going out outside of our window, and Carolyn lives 5 minutes from me, and it's like it is the universe, it is God, it is energy putting us two together. Because did we tell the story last time how we met? Like completely crazy. Maybe later we'll talk about it.
I did, yeah, but I have it down to tell it again because I know a lot of people have not heard that story.
Yes. And so it's a really cool story, but the reason we came together to do this was because, I personally talk a lot. I'm a Capricorn, so I'm business, money. Let's talk about how to make money together. But when it comes to mindset, belief, Susan's a fellow Capricorn. Anybody a Capricorn in the chat, say yes, thumbs up. Capricorns are very unique in the fact that we're bosses of the universe. Literally, that's bosses of everything. We think we're the boss. And so when it comes to healing and mind work and anything that of the heart and the soul and the spirit, that's not me at all. But I recognize the need for that in business. Carolyn had shared with me something that Tony Robbins had said. He said that business is a spiritual game. And when she said that to me, I was like, oh my gosh, that is 100% facts. Because, and I've shared this a million times with you guys on my stories, on my lives and things like that. But, this year I have, I went from making $17,000 to $20,000 a month in my career and my business in January to last month, I made $233,000 in my business. And that would not have been possible had I not done work spiritually, internally, mentally, because we cannot make shifts in other people's lives. We can't help people to be inspired to make shifts or purchase from you or be involved in your business or sign up for you as whatever you do. We can't make progress when we are internally battling something. And for the last, and we'll talk more about my story at the end, but for the last 3 years, I have been on this wild and out spiritual healing journey where I literally did nothing but focus on myself. And no, most people do not have the luxury of doing that. And so, and I found that to be the number one single reason I have had the year that I've had, because all the blocks were down, all of the pain was lifted, all of the things that were clouding my mind, my vision, my mindset, my beliefs about money, about myself, about what I'm capable of, about what could potentially happen to me in my life. Before I could be and do what I did this year, I had to do what happened in the last 2.5, 3 years. And so every time I talk to somebody and they say to me, I'm stuck in my business, 99% of the time, it's either because they are brand new. So yeah, of course they're stuck. Or they've been at this for a while and they can't get past a mindset belief issue, some sort of roadblock is stopping them from being all in, from being focused. And when you are suffering spiritually, if you're suffering mentally, if you're suffering in your spirit, you're never going to have that freedom in your mind to create and to work and to put amazing things together for, you use your creative genius to affect the world. You can't be in that creative genius when 90% of your brain is in pain, right? So that's why when Carolyn and I got to working together with what she does, I was like, we have to offer this to my community like yesterday. And so we came up with this plan to offer you such a wonderful experience. And I'm going to stop talking now because Carolyn is the healer and the talented one. I'm just the one that brought the people. But please listen to, I know you guys listen to me and you trust me. So listen to everything this beautiful woman has to say. She has the biggest heart I've ever seen. Like I cry, she cries. Like I've never seen somebody that just feels everything that someone is feeling. And it's very moving to be in her presence. So I'm very grateful for you, Carolyn. And thank you so much for doing this for us tonight.
Yes. Mwah. I love you, Anita. Thank you for letting me. I caught that kiss. I'm saving that kiss for later. And I'm going to remove the spotlight for now so everyone can see me nice and big. Let me just see here if I can. There we go. View. All right. There we go. You guys see me nice and big? Say yes in the comments if you can see me nice and big. All right. Beautiful. All right. Great. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Anita, for that beautiful introduction. Basically, everyone, what she's trying to say and what she said so beautifully is that, like, in order to manifest, this is what I truly believe, is you need to heal. Because you can manifest things outside, but then if you don't want to self-sabotage it, I've seen people, listen to me, we've seen people who have went and created the 7 figures, done these certain things, but then they self-sabotage because they don't have the energy to sustain that high level, because they're doing is manifesting and they're not actually doing the healing. And so when you include healing and manifesting, and look, if you don't like the word manifesting, you can use creating, you can use goals. Try not to focus so much on words here. Like we say, sometimes me and Anita will use universe or those type of things. But if it's God you believe in, whatever you be based on your beliefs you believe in, you get to say that. So just to kind of let you guys know who I am, I know most of you know who I am, but and look at what I manifested. You want to talk about some fireworks? Say yes. You want to see some fireworks? Just say yes real quick if you guys want to see some awesome fireworks. Right out the window, by the way. I'm going to show you this and then we'll get right to business. But let me just show you this real quick. This is what I manifested. And some of my rock stars are on here that have been part of the journey of manifesting with me. But this is my beautiful home. I host events here. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see these because there's such a reflection, but there's gorgeous fireworks going on right outside my house right now. And so I manifested this home. And one of the things that I believe is that when you are consistent and when you actually do this day in and day out, you can manifest great things. And let me just tell you where I came from. Where I started back in 2014 is my husband at the time had left my 7-year-old and I was devastated. In 1 week, I had quit smoking, I quit my job, and my husband left me and my 7-year-old. And I remember I had to move into my sister's basement. And there was a moment that happened in my sister's basement. And this is really important because I want this to be, like I'm tearing up already. I want this to be the most life-changing call for the rock stars and for Anita's group. Like these are two powerhouses coming together here, two powerful communities coming together here to create some epic healing. Are you guys with me? Are you down for that? So I want to make sure that everyone can, yes, okay, beautiful. So I got some F yes in the comments. Great. We're all in the right place. So I'm in my sister's basement and I'm watching my 7-year-old sleep on a couch on a concrete floor. And I remember this day so clearly because like my kid and I were painting these walls. And I remember my kid, I gave my kid a paintbrush and I was like, hey baby, I was like, paint whatever you want on the wall. And I said, whatever you want to create on the wall, you can create. And I remember my kid was like, Mom, I just want to create love. Let's just create love here. Can we just do that? Can we just have love? And we drew a big heart. And then my kid went to sleep that night. And man, I had to ask my sister to borrow money for food for my kid and I. And that was like such a day of like shame for me. I felt like as a failure as a mom, a failure as a woman, failure as a wife. And I'll never forget that night. And I sat there and I was wallowing in my own self-pity. Has anyone ever done that? Like where you're wallowing. And I'll never forget it because that night I made this decision. And I don't believe that my success happened when I got the, multi-million-dollar house, when I got the soulmate, when I got the car, when I got the clients, when I got all the manifestations, I did the events, 100+ events, live events out there, sold out. That was not when success happened. Let me tell you when my success was born. My success was born in that basement when I watched my 7-year-old sleep and I made a decision, enough of this, enough. This is not where my story ends. This is not who I am, and this is not how it's gonna end. And I remember I grabbed a piece of paper, I wrote down what I wanted, and I was super clear. I wanna help people. I wanna help people who feel the same pain I do. And I don't want them to feel like they're alone. And I want them to know that they can do it. And I had some really extraordinary mentors at the time. And, really extraordinary mentors. And I remember I was asking them, I was like, how can you, like, I remember I had $36 in the bank at the time. I was like, how am I going to do this? But that night I started the Spark Your Rockstar community. Some of you have been part of it for that long, since 2014. Some of you have been with me for 10 years. Some of you have been with Anita. I've talked to some of Anita's group and I was like bawling my eyes out when they're like, Anita's stories touched my heart, my life. I follow her. I love her. It just was so beautiful. And so, but you guys have been with me, some of you, since 2014. And so that night I started the Spark Your Rockstar healing community and I started to heal people. And from that night, my life was never the same. I started posting, I started doing videos, I started putting, and guess what? My first video, I had to do 85 times. I literally was like, hi, my name's Carolyn Rim. I'm a rock star and so are you. I can help change your mindset. I was like, oh, stop. Start again. Hi, my name's, like everyone can relate to that, right? And so what you see before you today is something that I've practiced in private. So everyone write this big, bold at the top of your page is something my mentor says. what you practice in private, you get rewarded in public for. And so I have practiced, I've done over 6,000 of these healing Zoom calls, 6,000, my friends, healing meditations and Zoom calls for thousands of people. You know, some of my meditations have touched millions of lives. And so I've done this a lot. I've held 100+ in-person events. So I'm just trying to qualify myself to let you know that I work with some of the top healers in the world. I know what I'm doing, and I'm ready to get started healing with you. And I'm going to ask you this question. Are you ready to make a decision tonight to be successful no matter what? And this could mean successful in your business. This could mean successful in your finances. This could be successful in your relationships. But I need you to say, yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready. I'm in. And what this is doing, every time you're saying yes, it's like this compound effect that's happening within you, because your skepticism about yourself will soon turn to reverence. You should see me. I remember I called my mentor and I was like, look, how am I going to tell people that I can change their lives if I'm living in my sister's basement, borrowing money from food? And he's like, you got to fake it. And I was like, but aren't you lying if you do that? He's like, no, because you're connecting to a future version of yourself. And I loved that. I was like, oh my God, yes. And so, and not just that, but I remember I my first client, my first big client, I'll never forget. And she had a big dentist practice. Like, she owned like a multi-million-dollar business, and she wanted me as her coach. And you know what she wanted help on? She wanted help with her confidence. And I was like, oh, I have confidence. I can help you with that. And so I started helping her with that. The reason I'm just sharing this story with you right now is because I do believe, no matter if it's you want to heal something around marriage, you want to heal something around your business, you want to do these things, whatever it is you're wanting to heal, I want you to bring it to the surface right now. Just like I made that decision. That's where it was born. It didn't happen on the outside, because guess what? Spirituality is also an inner game. It's an inner game. What most people do, they get it wrong. You get off this call, you try to change everything outside of you before setting the temperature and the tone within you, my friends. What's the most important part? Yes, Tracy, wonderful. Heal from grief, heal from deaths that have happened in your family. There's so many things to heal from. Did you guys know that please don't quote me on this because I might be wrong. I think it's every 60 seconds, someone is successfully taking their own life right now. So I think it's even more than that. And more people try every day. Why I'm sharing that with you right now is because we're in like a pandemic of our mind. You are not your mind. You are a powerful soul. You have a spirit. You have an essence. You are not this body. And, you know, I am not Carolyn. I'm not married to this. I'm a soul. I'm a spirit. If you look in my eyes, there is a soul behind Carolyn. Behind this body is my essence trying to shine through onto you. And right before I did this call, I knew this was going to be a big call, Anita, and I asked one of my mentors to come on and do a healing session on me. And they took me to this height of consciousness where I just felt one with everything and everyone. But what we did before that is we released this garbage, and I could feel the layers just peeling off of me, the layers of judgment, the layers of the resentment. And so we're gonna take out some of your wounds by the root tonight. Now, what is the most powerful part of a plant? It's the most powerful part of the plant you can't even see. The most powerful part of the plant is the roots. Okay. And so you have these roots that you can't see. Write this down. You must get control of the unseen forces that guide you, my friends. The unseen forces that guide you are your beliefs, your unconscious patterns, your automatic patterns that you do daily that you're just unconscious to, certain thought patterns that you go into, certain things that take place. And so our ability to be able to show up tonight and start to understand, okay, write down, everyone tell me in the chat just so I can pick up what everyone wants to work on. If you're wanting to, work on finances, if you're wanting to work on relationships, if you're wanting to work on, I'm going to heal my grief tonight. Can you guys put that in the chat? I love okay, Minnie, you just put, yeah, so tired of the struggle. The thing is, people sometimes get addicted to the struggle. I know that sounds strange, but it's like this, when you feel guilt, when you feel these things, a tiny little amount of dopamine gets released in your brain, right? It's just a tiny little bit amount, just enough to keep you coming back for more. And the pros and cons of that is it's not very good, my friends. And so, okay, marriage, finances, healing yourself. Okay, so if you guys could write down right now in the chat, write down on a piece of paper, because I want to have some clarity before we move to that next section. What do you want? My mentor sat me down once back in 2014 and he said, do you know what could get you 50% further faster right now? And I was like, what? And he's like, clarity on what you want. And I was like, well, I want to make a lot of money. He's like, that's not enough. You got to tell me how much you want to make. Give me a number. And I was like, all right, I want to make this. And then he's like, okay. And I was like, I also want a soulmate. I want a really great relationship. He's like, that's not enough. He's like, you got to write down what you want in a partner. I'm telling you, this stuff works so well. I wrote down what I wanted in my soulmate. Look, don't do this unless you really want some change to happen in your life, okay? Because the meditation I'm going to do is going to bring some stuff up and it's going to be really powerful. All right, I'm just warning you all now. Okay, and sometimes it's going to feel really good, and then some stuff you're just going to have to cry it out with me, okay? But I'll never forget, I wrote on a piece of paper everything I wanted in my soulmate. And it was like 3 months later, and I'll never forget, I went to India and I had this monk tell me, he said, Carolyn, as soon as you send your divorce papers, your soulmate's going to show up. Are you guys ready for this? I held on to my divorce papers for 2 years because I was so freaking afraid of I was like, I'm just not ready. I don't love myself enough. I've got stuff to do. There's things that need to be done. Okay. And so 2 years go by and I send the divorce papers. You're not going to believe this. 2 weeks later, Jason shows up. He is literally everything that I wanted on my list, like down to a T. And I looked at him and I was like, hey, I was like, I think I've been looking for you for like 33 years. I was like, you want to come up to my hotel room for some pizza? And he's like, yes, I do. And a week later, we were married. A week later, or he proposed to me. We weren't married a week later. He proposed 1 week later. We knew. So write this down. When you're in this flow, when you're in that flow state, when you're in the creative state, when you're in the healing, the heal to manifest state, I like to call it, synchronicity comes in like crazy. Synchronicity. So synchronicity is something that's like God or universe is like divinely timed and woven. Like Anita, I met Anita because I got a water softener put in here, and he's like, oh, there's a girl down the street, she's got, you know, like a bunch of followers, you need to follow her. And I was like, absolutely, show me who she is. And I thought I clicked the right girl. I didn't. I messaged Anita, we go get coffee, we spend 2 hours talking, realize we flip and love each other. And you know, she comes in for a healing session, she's like, oh my God, everyone needs to do this. She, you know, she had a lot of tears, a lot of emotions released. I know she shared about that. And so our ability to understand that there are opportunities in your life that if your consciousness, what is consciousness? It's just your attention, my friends. Consciousness is where your attention is going. And so if I have my consciousness and it's like a flashlight and I'm focused on the past and I'm focused on, like, let's just say I'm focused, who's crying already? Good. We're getting some people crying already. All right, good. So if you're this is like a unicorn horn. I don't even know why this is my flashlight. I think my consciousness is right here because I'm like, this is our consciousness. So where are you putting your awareness? But the reason I'm sharing that is because if you're like a skier and you don't want to hit the trees, you're not going down the thing like, I don't want to hit the trees, I don't want to hit the trees. You focus on the snow path. You do not focus on the trees at all. But the thing is, we get these samskaras. Does everyone know what a samskara is? It is a blockage of energy within your body that gets stored. It's an impression. And so let's just say Anita had something happen to her that was incredibly painful, and her brain did the best that it could to process it, right? But it kind of got pushed down because she had to like show up in other areas of her life, right? Then that gets stored. It doesn't just go, when you resist the feelings that you need to feel, it doesn't just go away, my friends. It gets stored in your body. And that's when you're like, oh, I have no idea why I have back pain. But you maybe are worrying about money all the time or finances all the time. You have no idea why you have hip pain. Okay, but you're feeling guilty, or you beat yourself up or beat others up or judge yourself, or your body, there's messages from your body that take place all the time. And so tonight, I want to ask you this first question. What do you want? What do you want to create? Let's get really, really clear. What do you want to create, and what's connected to the healing there? So for me, I wanted to have a soulmate, right? But in order for me to be with Jason, I thought when I met my soulmate, you didn't fight anymore. That's not the case at all, my friends. Not even a little bit. When I found my soulmate, we brought up so much within each other. I could not even believe how much terror, and I was like, how much control. I had so much control. My husband wanted to go see it in the beginning. This is the first few months. So much control. My husband asked to go see his family, and I said, I'll buy the tickets. I flew us to the wrong place. I legit flew us to the wrong place. And when we got there, he's like, oh, we're in Dallas. We're supposed to be in Houston. And I was like, oh. I was like, is it far drive? He's like, it's 6 hours, babe. He's like, why didn't you just let me book the tickets? Because I was clinging on to control for dear life. Clinging on to control for dear life because I was afraid. I was afraid to let God help me, let universe help me, let someone else help me, let someone get close to you. Look, most of you have been through a lot, okay? And here's the beauty of this, all right? Our ability to be able to move into a place, I'm feeling your guys' energy right now, and we're bringing up a lot right now. Our ability to move into a place right now on this call where everyone take a big deep breath in and out, and I want you actually to start to bring that energy up to the surface. And I'm going to ask you, what needs to heal in order for you to manifest this? If it's financial, okay. Well, what are my beliefs around money? What do I think about money every day? What am I doing? What's happening here? Tell me. Tell me in the chat. I need to heal my self-doubt. Imposter syndrome. Yeah. So imposter syndrome, what that comes from is polarized versions of yourself within. It's fragmented parts of your personality that have been split off in painful areas of your life. So the imposter syndrome is just a little girl or a little boy that needs come here, sweetheart. I know you're afraid. I know you're afraid to be successful, because guess what happens when you get successful? Anita, you know this. What happens when you get successful? Then you have a lot to lose, right? And you're like, oh, I found the soulmate, but what if he leaves me? Right? I got the business, I got this, but what if this happens, right? And then it's like all these things, but if you could end the war within tonight, if you could end, yes, Jovi, absolutely. If you could end, what if tonight together, this is some serious stuff. What if we could end self-punishment tonight? End it. I don't want you to be controlled by your fears or the things that you're afraid of or the things that you cling to, because they can control you. You're such a powerful soul. You're such a powerful being. And so I'm going to do a forgiveness meditation, and I'm going to unmute you, Anita. I didn't know if you were going to have background noise with the kids and the dogs and everything. So we're going to do the meditation in a second here, but I wanted to share something with you guys. Your beliefs are invisible, but they play a huge role. So what beliefs, write these down, right? What beliefs do I need? What do I need here? Okay, if I want to be financially free, then I have to stop complaining about money. I have to start getting grateful for every dollar that I have. I actually have to start thinking differently about money. Money is just energy. It's directly related to the value that you add to the world, my friends. If you want to be in a relationship, guess what? If you want to be in a relationship, let me tell you something. All you need to do is have more meaningful conversations. If you want to double your business, if you want to triple your business, all you need to do is have more meaningful conversation. The specific question you're asking is, what do you want? Are you clear on what you want? So if some of you guys said, I want financial freedom. Okay, how much money exactly do you want to make? what needs to heal? So, okay, what comes up when you think about that? Well, my mom or dad used to say this belief, or, I'm afraid of this, or this, and then all these thoughts, all those thought patterns are connected to that, and you get to unravel it and create a new belief. You can create new beliefs, my friends. And this doesn't just have to be around money, because I know some of my clients are very well off. Some of you are multimillionaires. Okay. It doesn't have to just be around money. This can be around your relationships. This can be around your health. This can be about the amount of energy that you have for the world. Yes. And so our ability to be able to claim a new belief tonight, All right now, write that in the chat. I'm going to ask you a couple more questions, and then I really want to move into the meditation. Your unconscious patterns are driving you. Your unconscious resentments are keeping you stuck. And so everything that you just wrote down, I want you to think about it. Take a deep breath in and out. Is there someone that is connected to it? So when I started working with women and I started healing women, something was coming up around my mom. And I will never forget, like, I had this session with my husband, Jason, and I did a healing session. And he said, baby, you're going to hurt people. And I was so mad that he said that. And I was like, I'm not going to hurt anyone. I was like, I'm going to heal them. And he said, no. He's like, we all hurt people. He's like, everyone's doing the best that they can. But he's like, your mom was doing the best that she could. She could only love you to the extent that she could love herself. And when I heard that, it kind of took my breath away. There was this moment where my dad and mom are the most wonderful people in the world, by the way. They know that I share this, and they're okay with it because we've just healed so much. But my dad used to beat me really bad with a belt. And one night it was really, really bad. And I'll never forget this moment. I hid my friend's clothes, and I was 4 years old, and I didn't want my friend to go home, and I lied. And my mom and dad had to look for these clothes for like 30 minutes. My dad calls me in the room and grabs my belt, makes me pull down my pants, and he just beats the shit out of me. And I remember that was a memory, an impression, a samskara that was stuck in me. It's not anymore, because I healed it, because I did what I'm about to do for you guys. And I remember I asked my dad, I said, Dad, why did you do that? And he told me a story. He said his twin brother committed suicide. And what had happened that day is Frankie and Johnny, that's my dad and mom's name, or that's my dad and my uncle's name. And they were at football practice, and my Frankie said to my dad, hey, I gotta go home. I just can't be here anymore. And my dad could tell something was wrong. He's like, Frankie, are you sure you're okay? And Frankie lied, and he said, I'm okay. I'm okay, John. Let me go home. And so my dad went on with football practice, and then 10 minutes later, he said he could just feel it, and he felt like identical twins have a bond. So he said he felt like it was something was ripped from him, and he ran all the way home in his football uniform and his cleats, but he got there too late, and his brother had committed suicide. So he said when he heard that I was lying, he wasn't trying to hurt me. He just associated lying with death, with someone he loved being lost. Do you see? My dad wasn't present. He wasn't trying to hurt me. He was actually trying to love me in a really sick way. I know it's hard. Look, I know what I'm asking you guys to do right now is not easy, to look at the people that have hurt us, because these are things that are deeply connected to your business. They're deeply connected to your relationships. They're deeply connected to your health. You don't want to hold on to the samskaras, because then you're not fully alive in the present moment now. You're constantly worrying about the next shoe to drop. I don't want you guys to do that. I want you to live a beautiful life. Yes. So I healed that memory. And so I'd love to do just a little forgiveness lineage meditation with you. And this lineage meditation it's a very powerful meditation. I didn't do it last time. I'm going to do it this time, and I'm going to do it a little bit differently, and it's going to be super powerful for you. But if you do this meditation, please don't do it while you're driving. It's not going to be that long, but it's going to be really impactful and really powerful, and it is going to bring up energy in your body. Are you guys okay? Yes? To do this, I want your permission. Yes, we can do this meditation. Yes? Okay, beautiful. All right, wonderful. What would you like to heal during this meditation? When I was sharing that story, what came up for you? What's something that you would like to heal? What's something that you would like to heal for yourself? Deep hurt from my dad, resentment towards my mother. Oh, I bet everyone can relate to that one, Anita. Yes, yes. Abandonment, forgiveness. Yes. Losing my children. Oh, can you see how we are all so close together? Every person you meet has a story behind their eyes. Everyone. There's no one who doesn't. And when I see all of these things come up, I truly believe that you can heal anything. I really do. I've healed it, I know. I'm not saying I've healed everything. I'll be a student for life. But I've healed so much. I'm such a better mom. I'm such a better person. I don't beat my kid. I didn't pass on that poisonous challenge. That's how trauma slides from pattern to pattern. Anita is such a wonderful mother I get to witness. That woman is so loving. She's a wonderful mother. And so our ability to be able to move into these states of consciousness, one of the things that I do is I can actually sometimes feel the emotions that you guys are feeling. So keep in mind when we do these meditations that sometimes you might feel anger. Sometimes you might feel like when we're doing meditations, it's not just to feel good. It's actually to release the toxins in your body. I'm going to leave you in a gorgeous state of mind and a gorgeous state of being. But I want you to keep in mind when I get done with my healers, there most of the time I'm not getting off like zippity doo dah zippity. I'm getting off like geez. I'm a mess. Okay. And so I just want you guys to keep that in mind. If it's been like, I don't know, 25, 30, 40 years of repressed memories and repressed emotions that you weren't allowed to feel when you were a kid, think about when you made a mistake when you were a kid. Anita, guys, listen, what happened when you made a mistake when you were a kid? Most of us got beat or yelled at or shamed. You should know better. I should? I'm 3. Right? Right? Yeah, exactly. And so our ability to be able, look, if a baby takes Anita, when your daughter started to take her first steps, I can guarantee you that Anita wasn't like, oh my God, you fell. You took a step and you fell. What an idiot. She was like, oh my God, you took a step. Your first steps. You're amazing. Oh my God, I love you. Your first steps. That kid at no point was like, take 2 steps, fall down. Oh, well, I guess I'm not good at walking. I fell down. I should never walk again. No, that kid's like, no, I need to walk. So I want you to walk tonight. I want you to make mistakes. And this is like in your business, being able to get yourself out there, be seen, test, measure, tweak, test, measure, tweak in your relationships, in your business, in your health, in your life. Whew. All right. So we're going to do this meditation. All right, guys, ready? Yes? All right, first, I want to prove to you that energy, so I'm going to bring you back on, Anita. I'm going to unmute you just for a second. Oh, dang it, I did it again. Can you unmute? I'm sorry. All right, can everyone see Anita? Say yes in the chat if everyone can see Anita. Yes? Yes? Okay, wonderful. All right, Anita, can you rub your hand? Everyone do this. I want everyone to do this. Rub your hands together. Rub your hands together. Here we go. Slap them. I like that.
Ow.
She blew it. I'm like, she's blowing on dice. Here we go, baby. Here we go. All right, one more time. Press the center. Press the center. And now I want you to imagine there's like energy in between your hands, Anita, and just feel the energy. You can keep your eyes open for this one. Just feel the energy. Can you feel that in between your hands? Can you feel that
Like
energy?
a cloud.
Like a cloud. Okay, now take your hand, go like this, and I want you to start drawing little circles on your hand. All right, cool. And then raise it up a little bit, draw another circle. Do you feel the swirling in your hands?
Yes, that's
Okay,
insane.
wonderful. Now do me a favor, just place your hands just like this. Now everyone watch this. I'm doing this to her and to you guys. Can you feel the swirling on your hands?
Yeah, crazy.
Did everyone feel that? I was doing the swirlies on your hands. Energy, energy,
Love
my
it.
friends. Yes, energy, my friends, can be, just give me a second. So energy can be felt. And we have energy that is all around us, infinite organizing wisdom at all times, all around us. Okay. And so, did everyone feel that? Could you feel the twirlies? Yes. Last time someone said, "Oh my God, she touched me." So a distance is just, it's just an illusion, my friends. I can't tell you how many healers and people I've worked with where I've been able to do distance healings on them. Beautiful, awesome, Brandy. Okay, great. So I want everyone to close your eyes. And in a second, look, I'm going to do this meditation, but in a second, there's going to be a link sent to you. You don't have to click it quite yet, but it's going to be text to you. And I'm going to put it here too. This will be after the meditation. And it's an invitation for a one-on-one call with me. Okay. The link is going to be sent to you. I really wanted to do something really special for Anita's group and for the rock stars. I really care about you guys. And so I'm doing a special thing, but let's meditate first. Yes. Okay. Can everyone put in the chat what you guys already put in the chat what you'll be focused on? Okay. Sleeping 1 hour. Okay. I have you, Stephanie. Yeah, for sure. That can bring you to your knees. Okay, so everyone, if you didn't put in the chat what you're healing, put in the chat what you're healing now. Okay, beautiful. All right, so everybody, do me a favor, close your eyes. If you haven't had a seat yet, have a seat. Don't do this if you're driving or operating any heavy machinery, obviously. And you're just going to relax. You're just going to relax. Close your eyes, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale out. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Relaxing, releasing, dissolving, and disintegrating any negative energy. And I want everyone to please focus right on the top of your crown. And I want you to imagine the top of your head, just a beautiful golden light starts to flush into your brain, onto your body. And this is liquid golden sunshine, like God or universe is just pouring the sunshine on you. And what we're doing is we're just cleansing and clearing anything that's preventing you from being present here today. Let all of your awareness and consciousness come to this moment and take a breath in. Exhale out. It's quite normal to feel your head tingling, your feet might tingle, your hands might tingle. Some of you might cough during the meditation. Anything that comes up, just allow it to come up. Here we go. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Deep breath in. Exhale out. And imagine your body is just an empty water bottle and it's being filled up with golden light. And it's like just being flushed out. And like anything that doesn't serve you, as this liquid sunshine goes down your back of your neck, down into your shoulders. So many of us hold so much tension in our jaw, in our neck, and our shoulders. Let go and release and allow that tension just to pour off you, almost like mud sliding off of your body. Delete, dissolve, disintegrate all negative energy now. And you imagine the bottoms of your feet just opening up, and any energy that doesn't serve you, whether it's you've picked it up from other people or you've been carrying it for a long time, just allow it to exit out the bottoms of your feet. And some of you are actually going to feel energy especially those that are sensitive to energy being released from your feet. And you can just imagine a dark, inky mist coming out your feet. Let go. Just let go. Deep breath in and out. And I want everyone to visualize 7 stairs in front of them. So keep your eyes closed and imagine there's 7 stairs. I'm going to count from 7 till 1. I'm going to snap my fingers and you are going to be even into a more relaxed state of being. 7. And imagine each number I go down, it's like you're going down these stairs. 6. And I want you to imagine a beautiful red door, a vivid red door is right down at the bottom of those steps. And you're going towards it. 5. I'm gonna have you do one thing to intensify this. Everyone clench your fists, everyone clench your arms, everyone clench your stomach, clench your shoulders up, clench your face. Good, Anita. Clench your thighs, clench your toes, clench your entire body, clench your face like your tongue, like squish your face up, like you're tensing your entire, yeah, there you go. You're tensing your entire body, tensing your entire body. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax your entire body, and a wave of relaxation ripples through your entire body from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. And you're now standing in front of this red door. And this red door says one word: release. And instantly, just looking at the word release, that door opens up, that red door opens up, and I want you to step through. And I want you to go, and I want you to think about the moments that your mother and father might have had in their childhood. And I want you to, just for a second, think of your grandmother pregnant. Think of your mother in your grandmother's stomach. Like, imagine if we could just send them love, like we were just this like angel or this hovering light over your grandmother when she was pregnant with your mother. And you are blessing your grandmother, you're blessing your mother. And I want you to go into the room where your mother was actually born. Bless the doctors, bless the nurses. And your mother is born. And she is beautiful. This little baby doesn't have to do anything to get love. She just is born and she gets love. And I want you to imagine that you're assigned to watch over this little girl. And I want you to visualize maybe some moments in your mom's childhood that might have been hard for her. Maybe when she felt alone or neglected or scared, or where she was shamed, she wasn't allowed to make mistakes. And I want you to visualize and imagine that instead of your mother experiencing that pain, she was smiling with you and you were holding her. Can you think of your mom as like a 3 or a 4-year-old little girl just with you? And you got to like hold her in your arms. Visualize and imagine now that you got to be there for your dad. And you go into your dad's childhood. And some of his most painful moments in his life, you got to be there for him. Maybe he was being beat, anything that was done to you, something happened to your parents, whether they want to share it or not. And think about now you just watching over and guiding your mother and your father all the way up until you were just the smile on your mother's face and the twinkle in your dad's eye, and you decide you wanted to come back. You decided it. You decided these would be your parents. You and God were co-creating. And now I want you to see your mom pregnant with you. Can you picture your mom pregnant with you? And you're blessing your mom, you're blessing you. Take a deep breath in and out. Send your mom loving, positive energy. Maybe she was afraid, maybe she was scared. and go into the room where you were born. Bless the doctors, bless the nurses, bless your dad. And look at that little baby that was born. So special, so unique, deserves the world, has dreams and visions, is a unique soul. There's no one else like you. 1 in 400 trillion, and you're just holding yourself. This baby deserves grace. This baby deserves to be abundant. This baby deserves love, forgiveness. This baby deserves forgiveness. And I want you to go into some moments in your childhood that were painful for you. And I want you to keep the gift that came from that pain, but release it. Release the pain if you want, if you wanted to. If you want to let go. Because when we change the way we perceive the past, we change the trajectory of our future. And be there for yourself. Be there for yourself right now. Haven't you always felt like there was something guiding you, something loving you? Maybe you're 4 years old, 5 years old. Let that boy, little boy or little girl know that it's time to come home and that you're bringing it home. And then come all the way up into this moment today. Like you're hovering above yourself, watching yourself meditate right now. Your highest self, your soul self. We're going to do something that's really powerful. I normally only do this for my private clients, but I want you to ask whatever you believe in, God, source, universe, your highest self, for help right now. Support in your dreams, in your vision, to whatever that next level is for you now. And I want you to imagine that there's a little sun is placed within your belly. And I want you to imagine that there's many people all around you. Friends, family members, people that you love. Think about some people that you love that are around you. And there's a little pinhole of light right in the center of your chest. And I want you to imagine that pinhole starts to touch the faces of the people you love. This could be a son, this could be a daughter, family member, friend, client, teachers. Maybe there's someone you can't stop thinking about, someone you want to forgive. Let this light touch them. Let the resentment go, let the hate go, if you want to. If you want to. And if you're having trouble forgiving, picture them as a child. And imagine that pinhole in your chest just starts to get brighter and brighter. And remember, I said, you're like a flashlight shining onto your future. I want you to think about right now, in this moment. You see, your mind, your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between something vividly imagined and something that's actually happening. It can't tell the difference. Vividly visualize your future. Actually get a smile on your face. See it, feel it. See your relationships improving with your newfound compassion, because everyone's doing the best that they can based on their make and model of the world. Let it go. Let it go. And imagine you're radiating the sun from your body and it's touching those that you love. This light is, you're forgiving those who need to be forgiven. Maybe you're forgiving yourself. Maybe you're really hard on yourself. And you're ready to end self-punishment. You no longer want to learn through trauma and pain. You're carving a new path in this moment now. So be it, so it is. Amen. See your future, see your vision. Who are you telling about that? Remember you said you wanted to manifest something. Just for 1 minute, focus on what you wanted to manifest with your eyes closed. We're using the invisible forces within us around us, the infinite organizing wisdom all around us, infinite intelligence, God. What are you creating? What's already happened? And then send out a thank you, send out gratitude like it's already been done. What expression would you make if you already knew it was done? Oh, get excited. You don't have to wait for the outside to create the state of being and the feeling and the emotion. Create it right now. That's where the magic happens. Deep breath in and out. I'm going to count from 1 until 7, and I'll snap my fingers. And when you do, you'll come back into this moment, but you will not be the same person. Your eyesight will have improved. Your hearing has improved. You have crystal clear clarity. And if you want to, something within your body will have healed. Anything that needs to be healed within your body, let it heal now. So be it, so it is. Amen. And go back to that red door. You can come back here anytime and see your future. You can love your mom and dad. You can practice forgiveness. It took me 100 times going back to that moment with my dad and forgiving him. I had to forgive over and over. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle. Let the past go so you can live in the present and create an extraordinary future right now. And you close that red door and you see these steps. And as you walk up it, I want you to imagine that anything that doesn't serve you is just pouring off of you. Almost like if you can imagine a snake sheds its skin. A snake actually, it waits until the pain is so great, because the snake doesn't like to go blind. It goes blind when it's shedding its skin. Just like your eyes are closed now. Shed that skin. I'm going to count 1 and feel you shedding the skin. 2, anything that doesn't serve you, people, places, cut the cords to things that don't serve you anymore, that are draining your energy and your spirit and your soul. Let your heart bloom open. 3, focus all your awareness on just letting go. Let go even more. Don't cling to it anymore. It was just an experience. It wasn't a life sentence. 4, 5, 6, 7. Gently, slowly come back into this moment. I would love to see what you all experienced in the chat. Tell me what came up, what you felt, what you experienced. All right, Anita, I'm going to bring you in here. So I am, what I'm doing right now, guys, is I'm going to post a link in the chat. I know you all are feeling really good. I would love buckets of tears, Cindy. Oh, I'm posting a link now. I sent it to your text message. I'm going to email you guys. I would love to move forward and support you. Let me give you a healing session. Let's talk one-on-one. Okay, let me just see compassion for my spirits. Okay, beautiful. I ugly cried. Sandra ugly cried. Okay, ear pain, tears. Yeah, pain might come in up in the body. You no longer want to learn through pain and trauma. Beautiful. How was that, Anita? What did you experience?
You know, our last call, I try to channel my dad in this one because I channeled my mom in the last one, and I have the dad story and the mom story. So I channeled my dad. You know, my dad had schizophrenia, and when he passed away, I don't know if I ever told you that.
No, I don't think you did.
My dad was 500 pounds when he passed away. He had, in 2020, he had to be forklifted out of a nursing home, and it took about 10 men to bury my father. And I started watching my dad basically die when I was 6, and 7 was when it was pretty bad that my mom had to take me out of his home. And he was my best friend. He was the parent that didn't abuse me.
Mm.
And so when his mental illness took over, he was in the military. So when his mental illness took over, my mom took me from him. And so I was taken away from the safety and love of this man, and had to be with a woman that I felt unsafe with at that age. And fortunately, I got to go back every year to spend summers with him. And I never told anybody how bad he was because I didn't want anybody to stop letting me see him. But my father was to the point of going number 2 in his pants, attempting suicide in our home while I was there, talking at the top of his lungs and neglecting me. And so while I have to forgive my mom for the abuse, I also have to forgive my father for the neglect.
Yeah.
And
Neglect does the same thing as punching someone in the face does. It actually does the same thing in the brain, Anita. Like when you ignore or neglect someone, it triggers the same thing as the brain as if you punch them in the face. I know that. So it's like sometimes we think, oh, well, they just ignored me. They didn't do much to me. Well, they actually did. We need those strong, loving bonds, And
right.
so yeah,
He couldn't help it. He was so sick. He was delusional. And so, but then there's this, like, he was my first greatest loss. And I didn't feel a release until he died, because I could not live. Like, I was always sad for him because he was always sick, and watched him go from 150 pounds to 500 pounds. I was angry, just angry at my mom, angry at him, angry at the world. And when he died, it was like relief for everyone, because it was like, he's no longer in pain. So I had to, when my dad hit me with a belt and a switch and a paddle and those things, same thing, I had to think back to him as a little boy and envision the abuse he went through.
Yes.
And the neglect he went through. I mean, he was basically told by his parents that he was worthless, and he was raised being told that he was a bastard, like his mom cheated and all this stuff. So the pain and the abuse towards me was not my parents, who they really were. It was the world, right? It was the world damaging my parents.
Yes.
And instead of but the thing is, I'm trying to not be mad at the world, because I'm becoming less mad at them. But then but I spent all of my teens and my 20s rebelling and mad at the world. And I put in the comments earlier, what I want to release is that people are innately good. I want to believe that, because of the wrongdoings in my life, I immediately think the worst, that people are not good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't trust people. I trust them for maybe 5 seconds. And then it's like, what are they out to do to me?
Yeah. So what you're doing, I just want to touch on that. So can you guys see the beliefs that these are beliefs that her unconscious beliefs that are driving her, but they're changing because she met with a stranger, me, to go get coffee. But the reason I'm pointing this out, Anita, is this is really connected to business. It's connected to relationships. It's connected to your health, guys. And the reason I did that meditation is most of our beliefs are developed by age 8 on what we can and cannot do. Okay. But you can change them. And so that's why I wanted to share with you guys tonight that, like, you can change them, you can rewire them. And not every session is like the one this was a deeper session. This is like, I went deep with you guys because I really wanted you to feel what the release was like. And I loved seeing all the comments that like tears cried, oh my gosh, peaceful. Because your ability to start letting some of these go and stop clinging to these impressions is your ability to move into the next place in your business, the next place in your relationship. Because how you show up in your relationship. But for with my relationship with Jason and Anita, I thought that you were just supposed to threaten divorce when you didn't get your way. So I'd be like, fine, well then I'm just out of here. He's like, babe, that's not healthy. This is years ago. And I was like, oh, that's not how healthy people communicate. I was like,
I
that's
do
how
the same thing.
my parents communicated like that.
Yep.
So I picked it up. So I'm ending that pattern though, and we don't do that anymore. But there's these little girl and little boy versions of us. And this includes like money. If you're trying to make money or trying to start a business, you're trying to do these things. Like there's these unconscious beliefs that are driving your behavior and driving the experiences that you're having. So none of us are actually fully present in the moment with each other right now. There's so much 60, this is like, you can look this up. Dolores Cannon and Caroline Myss talk about this. Anita, 60% of your energy is going towards holding the past up. That means 60% of your energy, my friends, is going to holding these past illusions and identities up. So you wonder why it's so hard to create a new future. And that's why having a group, we meet every week on Mondays and I give a lesson and then we do a meditation, and each meditation is like a compound effect. In fact, there's many of you who are already part of the inner circle that are here, and have done my healing sessions one-on-one. And so I'm sharing this just in case. I know some of you have to like go to work or jump at times, but I've shared that link with you guys to schedule a one-on-one session for you. I'm doing this special for the rock stars and for Anita's group where not my team, I am personally getting the phone with you one-on-one. I'll get on the phone with you. I'll see what's going on. I'll share some tips with you. If you want, I have an inner circle. I'll give you some information on that. But other than that, I wanted to make sure you guys had that link so you could get scheduled. And because this is not the end of the journey with us. This is just the beginning. And so our ability to be able to take that next step, because guess what? Nothing changes if nothing changes. So my mentor said this to me. He said, never leave the site of a new awareness without taking action. And so click that link, take that action, do that, jump on the phone with me. Let me see you. You can see I'm a beautiful soul. You can see Anita's a beautiful soul. This is something where I'm going to serve you on this call. I can help you see your blind spots. So click that link and tell me if you did click the link. I can't wait to see you. I just scheduled it. You're so welcome. All right, Anita, please continue. I just wanted to make sure if people had to jump. Scheduled. Kiki, yes, celebrating you. Can't wait to connect. Cheryl, yes, can't wait. I scheduled for Monday. All right, booked. Lonnie, all right. All right, beautiful job. Beautiful job. I'm scared, shy, and nervous to do so. I got you, Marissa. Go for it. All right, Anita, please continue. I just want to make sure I put that out there for everyone.
No, we kind of touched on this earlier, but Carolyn, actually, I was the wrong person that she was supposed to reach out to. The water softener guy did not, in fact, mean to bring me up because I have never had a water softener. Carolyn searched me and somehow I came up instead of the other person. So then we go get coffee and I'm like, I sit with her and I just dump. I tell this woman everything. And I'm like, not everybody can do that to me. I am a walls up, don't trust anybody. And my best friend, Christina might actually be on tonight. Tell me if you're on, TT Crispy. We went out to the Gucci store because I wanted to reward myself because I had a $55,000 week. And my friend took me aside after, Christina's here. She took me aside after meeting with, and she's a Sagittarius. We're both like, we don't trust anyone. And she pulled me aside and she's like, I feel like I can just tell her it's like she opened me up. Like I felt this welcomed presence. Like she just felt like somebody that I could just lean into and say things too. And I was like, yes, that's why she's my friend. Like I could tell her, you know, we were there at coffee for maybe 20, 30 minutes and I had pretty much said my life story. And she didn't have to do that. She didn't have to sit there with me, but she did. And I just knew that she was, you know, a special person. But, you know, I saw a few of you I wanted to touch on this really quick because I saw a few of you guys in the chat talking about depression, suicidal thoughts, anxiety, mental illness. Anybody here dealing with that? Put that in the chat. Anybody here dealing with depression, depressive thoughts, intrusive thoughts, anxiety? Just so you guys know, after I lost my first baby at 32 weeks, I lost my baby Jack after 32 weeks. And he, you know, he had Down syndrome and we had gone through this journey of a lot of trauma in that, right? You become a special needs parent, whether you want to or not. And when he died, that was the most horrendous depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, intrusive thoughts I have ever felt. And the grief, the postpartum depression, it was hard. And then it happened again. In 2017, I lost William at 21 weeks. And I thought that was going to be my way out of depression. I thought that that was going to be my rainbow. And I thought the entire time I was dealing with depression, anxiety, intrusive thoughts, I thought going through that I was by myself. I thought I was alone. And the depression lied to me relentlessly and said that nobody cared and I was better off dead. When you're going through that depression, it is a silent disease that literally changes your brain chemistry and tricks you into believing that you're worthless and that you're not worth the effort and that nobody understands your pain. But I just want you guys to know, those of you who said you're going through depression, that you're going through anxiety, you are not alone. I think the statistic is like 1 in 4 women above the age of 40 has gone through clinical depression. Don't give up your fight. Mark is going to bed. Mark, I watched your comments come through and I felt them so heavily because I too had suicidal thoughts and I thought I would never make it. And I thought I would be dead by this time in my life. And I went inpatient twice. I went into an inpatient facility for grieving mothers and for, there was a mother baby program. And I'm on the other side now. And I want you guys to know that there is another side and it will get better. You just have to keep fighting for answers and you just have to keep seeking that help.
Can I share one thing about that too, Anita, with
Yes.
the suicide? So obviously they have numbers and stuff you can call. I actually went through that myself too back in 2014. Like I just didn't want to live anymore. And then I made like, you know, multiple millions of dollars. I got my soulmate. I did all that. And guess what? The feelings of wanting to die were still there. And do you know what changed? It wasn't that I wanted to end my life. I just wanted to stop living the way I was living. And so our ability to be able to see the changes, I mean, truly, the two things that bring us happiness are progress and growth. So if you're, you know, our ability to be able to understand, like, this is just a part of you, it's not all of you. You have, you know, because most of the people who have tried to do that and then they failed, they always said right before they went through it that there could have been a solution. They realized, oh, there's so many solutions because you start to see in black and white. But I want to make sure that people know too that our ability to understand like the shame around topics, like our culture shames us for trauma, our culture but guess what, the biggest, let me tell you something, the biggest victims in the world, listen to me now, are the biggest gift bringers if you can transform that energy.
Amen.
And
yes.
And so you don't want to run from your victimness, but you don't want to let it control you. So bring your victimness to the surface. Oh God, sometimes I just feel like I don't even want to be here. Oh, and then you actually get to feel it. Like Anita, that anger of like, God, I wish my dad could have been there for me. I wish he like, because your dad was literally shoving things, like he was trying to get that nourishment from food that he couldn't get from the outside world. That's what most people do when they're overweight. They try to get the nourishment from outside places. And so our ability to be able to you know, heal, it just stems so much greater than that. So I'm so glad you touched on that, Anita. And I just want to make sure people know that you don't have to be at that point to get healing, like because healing is deeply connected into all of our beliefs. It's connected into your relationships, because most people, what happens is it's a rinse and repeat cycle until we've learned what we've learned. And that's why people go through things more than once. Who's done that before? Where you went through things more than once, like you've had to repeat a situation. I know I have. And so when that happens, there's a gift there. It's like God knocking on your door. So I'll never forget, I talked to this healer once, and I asked him, what do I do with the part of me that wants to die? And he's like, you let her die. And the reason I loved that answer so much, because he said, you're clinging on to this old version of you, and she can't go into the next chapter with you. That version of you that people pleases, that version of you that puts herself last, that version of you that says yes when she means no, or says no when she means yes, or isn't honoring herself, or punishing herself and others. It's over. And so our ability to move into this is like your ability to also then start, because all of this, in the beginning I shared this, if you guys can get this, this will change your life. Focused awareness. Where is your consciousness going? If it's shining towards the past and all the things you've done wrong and all the things people have wronged you for and all of these things all of the time, then you're just going to keep continuing the past cycles. Right. But, and so that's why it's so important to get your attention, get your awareness focused on this present, focused on what you're creating. What are you creating? What are you excited about? What are you, and what are you curious about? So move into that place of checking into that, and you'll really get there. So beautiful. Melissa, is that Melissa Duffy on there? So beautiful. I was just looking at
So
that.
they're saying they're having trouble booking. They said you're completely booked.
I fixed it. Here's the link again. If you haven't booked, book again. I just talked to I actually, while you were telling your story, I saw that. So I didn't mean to be rude. I had to call my team, and I was like, can you help, please? And so my eyes and nose are just leaking. They're just leaks. Let me just see here. All right. Let me just see 1 second.
Fully booked again. Everybody, is that a world record? Oh, Carolyn, you're muted.
But I'm going to get this link fixed.
You get it fixed. I will wrap us
Well,
up. How about
I was
that?
going to share, wait, before we go, can you guys put in the chat two action steps that you're going to take right now on those things that we talked about? I'm gonna send you a different link here. Let's see. Let me see.
Yes, I think all of us need to go take a nap. Relax.
All right, I'm gonna send you guys this link. It should be booked with Carol. Okay. All right. Some of you got booked. All right, let me just send this. Anita, can you do me a favor? I'm actually sending this on Facebook. Can you send it to them? I'm getting a bunch of messages from people.
Yeah.
Thank you for tonight on Facebook. All right. I must have sent a different link. So I just sent that to you. Can you schedule? Can you just post that in there? And then I'm also gonna post this. Be consistent with my healing every day. Yes, absolutely. Let's see.
Is that the right link?
Let me see here. Yeah, it says the 18th. Oh, it says, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's because you guys
There's
booked all the time, so I'm having to open up new times. All right.
10:30 is the only time on the
Yep, I'm
18th.
seeing that. I'm gonna fix that. All right. Let's get that fixed because I want you guys to be able to book your appointments and make your new things tonight.
Oh, you want muted? Are you wanting to be muted? Okay, good. All right. I love reading the chats. Just amazing. And just coming back to what I was saying a little bit about depression, it's like it's just time, time, time heals, and time focusing on healing heals. But it doesn't happen overnight. And I think when we're going through depression, anxiety, we want that pain to just go away so quickly. We want it gone so fast. But give yourself grace. Yes, hi, honey.
I have anxiety, but sometimes in my class, and this guy that helps me.
Yes, my daughter gets anxiety too.
Wow.
This is her anxiety buddy.
Chicken nugget.
No, we'll keep it at that. We'll keep it at that. All right, guys, I am gonna send another link. I'll call you back, Jaden, in just a second. Thank you. So I'm gonna talk to my guy about opening up the link. We had so many people book, so that's what's going on right now. All the slots are taken, but I am gonna open up more days for you guys. Don't worry, I have a big event next weekend, but I'm opening up more days for you guys, and I want you to do this. This is my name on Facebook because I will make time for you. If you PM me, message me on Facebook, I will make time for you. I don't care if it's tomorrow or whenever, but I will make time for you. I want to make sure we get on one-on-one. I want to make sure that you guys don't stop here with us because your journey doesn't stop here. Your journey should be to continue forward with us. Anita, thank you so much for having me speak to your group tonight. This was just so lovely. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Elaine. Thank you to all the people that came on tonight. And I really appreciate all of you just so much. Like truly, thank you so much for coming on tonight, doing your thing. You guys are so beautiful. Please don't let this be something that stops you. Take that action. Do what you need to do. Anita, you're amazing. I flipping love you so much.
Love you, girl. Hey, are the meditations, are they on that link that you?
No, all right. So let me, if you guys are like, hey, I want more, I want it now, which like clearly, like I just had like 30 appointments. Wow, I had like 30 appointments booked really fast. Okay, so let me send you guys something right now. I have something called the Heal Fest for those who are like, hey, this was like really powerful. I want to move forward. I was doing something special for the Anita's group tonight, where I'm giving you guys a free ticket to my live in-person event. But even if you don't come to that's $4.99 on. But what I have, let me just send you guys the link to this. I have a Heal Fest, which is meditations for myself, and I can actually share my screen. I'll show it to you if you guys want. Should I show it to them really quick, Anita? You want me to show them?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, let me show you what they
These are amazing.
Yeah,
these are amazing.
These really are amazing meditations. So let me just show you guys what you get here. All right, I'm just going to share my screen here. We don't want to let you guys go. We miss you too much. Let's keep going. All right. Bonus access when you sign up. Can you see that, guys? Can everyone see that? Anita,
Yep.
can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, cool. All right. All right, so basically, bonus access when you sign up, this is like all these meditations that you have right here. And you're going to get 7 life-changing meditations from me right away. Like, so you can do these one a day. I wouldn't do any more than one a day because they're really powerful. But I'm giving you access to Joseph McClendon III. He's one of the top psychologists in the world. He speaks to millions of people around the world, my friends. Just an extraordinary man. He speaks on Tony Robbins' stage at UPW. He's just extraordinary. You get access to 3 recorded calls with him. This is another healer that speaks on stage at Tony Robbins. His name is Master Co. He's incredible. I give you 3 life-changing meditations with him. And then I give you even 3 more extraordinary. This These sessions are from sessions that people have paid $15,000 to be on. So it's a really big deal that I'm sharing these recorded calls with you. And then of course, my handsome husband, he's extraordinary soul. He reminds me of Eckhart Tolle, and he is going to give you 3 lessons. So you get all of this, all of these things, plus this is going to blow your mind. I told you guys I'm giving you the one-on-one session. I know we're all booked, but I'll get you another link for that. And then I'm also going to give you access to a 2-day event of mine in January in Deerfield Beach, where Anita and I will both be, which is going to be totally awesome. And so this is like $40,000 worth of value that you guys get, and you get all of this, and it's only $499. So if you guys are like, hey, Carolyn, I really want to go to that next level, here is the link to like just go, and you get all the meditations. So I gave you guys the event link. So if you sign up on that event link, you will get all the Heal Fest meditations that I just mentioned. I'm doing it special for you. So if you use that link tonight, $499, I will make sure you get all of those Heal Fest meditations. I promise it doesn't have to stop here. Plus you get a ticket to our event, which is going to be live in person. If you like this here, oh my God, wait till you see us in person. I have Julianne Hough, Kinergy, coming to support us in moving our body. It's going to be an extraordinary event. We have 100 people from around the world coming. And so if you want to move to the next level, that is a link to click. Let's get something started. I mean, $499, you know, compared to the value that you get in those meditation, it's truly life-changing. So yes, I do have a link for that. You know what I'll do? I'm going to send an email to everybody as well. So if you can't pay in full, we do have a payment plan, but if you can pay in full, you can just click that link and do it there. And then I will make sure that I send an email to everybody with all of the links and all of the information. And if anybody has any other questions, please message me on Facebook. I'm happy to, my team and I are happy to take your questions. Yes, we'll make sure to get that for you. I'll get that link out to you, and so you can do that. Anita, thank you so much for having me on. This is so wonderful. I caught that kiss. It's another one I'm saving for later.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. So excited. Yes, I definitely want you to go too. I'll make sure to send those links out. Have a great rest of your night, guys. All right, bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.